What's up, everybody? Welcome to Lakers Live. We're going to go live here, talk a little bit of John. But before we do that, where you guys can subscribe. You guys can subscribe all over social media at Lace 'em Up Sports on X, on here, obviously on TikTok, and wherever you can find us on all of our social media platforms. We're going to invite the funeral guy to come over and talk about Jonathan Kaminga declining the Lakers' offer. What up, John?
All right, can everyone hear me?
Everyone can hear me. Oh, wait. Let's see here. We're not talking all things WWE. What the hell? I want to make sure that we are not talking about WWE. We're talking all things Lakers here. Let me see if I can edit this real quick. Live title. Yeah. All right. I don't know why it says talking off. All right, whatever. We're talking Lakers basketball here. Jonathan Kaminga has declined the Lakers offer and is set to join the Minnesota Timberwolves. John, what do you think of Kaminga kind of skirting the Lakers here?
Oh, well, I'll just say that it's a blessing in disguise. We were going to give him a 3-year. Well, for sign and trade, for everyone doesn't know, for sign and trade, it has to be minimum 3 years. 3 years, $36 million. That's what we were going to give him. But he went ahead and signed with the Timberwolves. 2 years, $13 million, but the second year is a player option. So I can see exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go over to Minnesota. He's going to be the fourth option. He's going to be chucking up a lot of shots. So then he's going to decline his player option and try to get a bigger contract. I don't think the Lakers need that.
No, they don't. And, to be honest, I honestly think the Lakers, it would have been nice to have him. But it's not a necessity. This team is already set.
It would have been nice to have him, but I can already see his mindset. He's already a cancer. Come on. He turned down a huge contract from the Warriors. I think it was like a 3-year, $75 million. And then he got offered 2 years, $48 million.
Right.
Gets traded to Atlanta. Plays pretty well in Atlanta, and they decline his team option deal. So that should tell you already about his character. It's not a talent flaw about Kaminga. It's more of a character flaw. And JJ Redick is huge on player sacrificing. Like you were telling me earlier, Kaminga, he's gonna be the new DeAndre Ayton. Thinks he's a star, but he's really not.
Right. Absolutely. And that's the thing I was trying to get at earlier too when we were talking off the air. Look, Jonathan Kaminga, he's a talented player, but he didn't fit in with Golden State. They gave him so many opportunities. He's not a rookie. This is his fourth, fifth year in the league now?
Yeah, I think it's his fourth year, but he walks around his demeanor, he walks around like he's going to be a star. And every summer you hear, here comes Kaminga. He's going to be a star. He's going to have a breakout year. But it looks like he's just like a really good role player, which we could have used. Don't get me wrong. We're going to be more athletic. He was going to check off a lot of boxes for us. But unfortunately, though, he went over to Minnesota. But if you think about it, him going to Minnesota, him and Anthony Edwards, that's going to be such an athletic lineup.
Yeah. Now, look, I don't see the fit there because, quite honestly, I think Minnesota has taken a dip in terms of their talent. You think about when they played the Lakers in the 2024 playoffs, that was a really talented Timberwolves team, a super talented Timberwolves team. You had Julius Randle, you had Rudy Gobert, obviously Ants, you had Naz Reid, you had, who else is on the team? Jaden McDaniels, I believe. You had other guys, other role players to fit in, and that was a super talented Timberwolves team that went to the Western Conference Finals back-to-back years. Now that whole team is completely depleted, and LaMelo Ball, now let's face it, man, LaMelo Ball is not a serious player.
No, he's the most unserious player in the NBA. Shit, I probably would take the NBA more serious than LaMelo Ball. Screeching out of the parking lot, screaming the N-word every time the camera's on him.
Yeah.
getting the belt from his dad because he needs
Yeah,
disciplined on live television.
right.
No, it's not a
Exactly.
good fit.
It's not a good fit whatsoever. And to me, if you have Lamelo Ball on your team, yeah, this guy's very flashy, but you're not playing serious playoff minutes with Lamelo Ball in the starting lineup. That's just
No, no, you're not. No, with Lamelo Ball, he when he finally got a little taste of what playoffs is all about in the play-in, he wet the bed. He wet the bed. Sure, he had the game winning layup, but still, like you're supposed to be the star. You're supposed to be the guy that leads the team, and it was Knipple. Knipple it was actually performing
yeah,
really well. Brandon Miller. I watched that game personally. Brandon Miller and Knipple they showed up. They were ready to play. Hey, no pun intended, they laced it up.
yeah, they did.
And LaMelo Ball was, being goofy, a goofy motherfucker.
Dude, I mean, this guy off the court, he's running down people in his cars. You know, all he cares about is getting tattoos, stupid little Mickey Mouse tattoos, and that's it.
Yeah, well,
You
that's pretty
know,
much it. That's all he cares about.
Lonzo would have been better if he didn't have the injuries.
Oh, Lonzo was a premier all time, not all time, but premier defender, smart passer, played team ball, willing to make the sacrifice play. You're going to see LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. They're going to fight with each other.
Yeah,
Now you already had that dynamic. Now you add a Jonathan Kaminga, which I didn't realize till today. He's gonna start fighting with. It's gonna be the gruesome truesome trio,
right.
because all three of them are gonna be fighting for the ball to show out and whose team it is. And Kaminga's not gonna accept his role.
Exactly. I want to quickly shout out Mikey, Ozark 99, Big Hex, I didn't even say that, East Los, Roger Smith. Who else has been on here? All of you who are on here, we're not, I don't know why it's saying we're talking about WWE Raw and SmackDown. We're not talking about that. We are talking all things Lakers basketball. It's probably
Try
just
to
we
try,
need
try
to
to edit that. Try to edit that if you can.
yeah, I can. I think I probably have to go into my laptops or into my settings here. But yeah, we're talking all things Lakers basketball here. The team is currently in Slovenia under Camp Luka. Under Camp
Oh,
Luka.
oh yeah, that Camp Luca. When was the last time LeBron James took everyone to wherever, to Cleveland, Ohio, to have a training camp? When was the last time LeBron James actually truly cared about his teammates and take them under their wing? I noticed, if people watch closely, Jared Vanderbilt wasn't performing at all last year, and it looks like Luca is taking him under his wing, and he's actually bonding with Jared Vanderbilt to make him feel like he's one of the boys.
Yeah, exactly. Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, so I'm currently editing the that little bio right there. But Vanderbilt, he seems like a lost cause on this team. Uh,
Yes, he does, but I'm telling you right here, right now, mock my words, he's going to make a comeback. He's still a pretty good defender.
right.
He's still going to be able to provide to this team. They need to change his role. He is not a catch and shoot guy. He's a guy that's going to come and heckle the other best player, not stop him, but be a somewhat of a nuisance. He does have the athleticism. He does have the height. He does have the body built. He does have the foot speed still. I'm not totally giving up on him.
I
I think a lot of teams have, but
yeah.
I still have a lot of confidence in Jared Vanderbilt. He just needs to be put in the right position.
If you think about it, you know, this guy, Jared Vanderbilt, he was a starter 3 years ago in our playoff run, or 4 years ago in our playoff run, had multiple injuries, and has fallen off a cliff ever since then. But the Lakers are really going to, if he's going to be on the roster, Jared Vanderbilt, they're going to have to utilize his defensive presence out there. Because what's the alternative? And like, you know, who's the starting three on this team? Is it, or sorry, who's the starting four? Is it Mamu?
Yeah, Mama. A lot of people don't know him, but I'm telling you, these European players, Kobe said it best. They have the fundamentals, they have the footwork, they have the work ethic. he's smarter, a high IQ, way smarter than Rui Hachimura, and the way people just think a three's a three, but Mamu is special spot is at the top of the key. Rui was at the corner. So with that being said, Mamu's going to stretch the floor even more to let Walker Kessler operate, to let Luca throw more lobs to Walker Kessler or to any other player that we have.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's a great addition, but it would have been nice to have Kaminga kind of be that backup option, or maybe be the starter. But now we're gonna have to depend on Mamu. Now we're gonna have to depend on Jared Vanderbilt to really fulfill those 3 and 4 positions. Obviously we're still gonna have Quincy Grimes and other guys that we have on this team, but and it's not a bad thing that Mamu is going to be our starting 4 or 3, whatever they're going to position him as. But I would have rather had this team have Kaminga. But at the end of the day, look, I think Kaminga would have been a headache on this team. I think he would have been way worse than DeAndre Ayton last year.
Oh,
And yeah,
oh,
and this team
oh.
is not done.
No, this team's not done. A lot of people want to give Rob Palinka, a lot of hate out there, but Rob Palinka's done a good job with what he's been given. Because remember, we had LeBron James. That alien came over, took all our assets, and ran away to Philadelphia.
Yeah,
So I think Rob Palinka's doing good, and people forget Rob Palinka's responsible for Luca being here.
right, absolutely. And Luca loves being a Laker. There were some reports this week coming out that teams are going to be trying to be bidding for Luca. Luca's not available. Okay,
No.
he's not available. Luca is a Laker. He loves being a Laker. Los Angeles loves Luca. He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, and don't worry. Yeah, ownership change, but who really cares when you have a good team? No one talks about ownership. People only talk about ownership because it's the Lakers. We're under this huge microscope. If this happened to any other team, it would be business as usual.
Right. Exactly. Yep. I want to thank everyone that's joining this TikTok live here. We're only going to be on here a couple minutes more, but just wanted to get in some late night live streaming about Jonathan Kaminga joining the Timberwolves, declining the Lakers' offer. But to me, honestly, I think this team is in a really good place. They're already playing together. You see the team camaraderie in Slovenia. They're playing golf. They're having fun. Luca's he's paying for it all out there in Slovenia, and so everybody's out there actually. All the rookies and everything, except I think one rookie's out, but like everybody's out there pretty much.
Yeah,
All
and
the
they're bonding really well, and people don't understand chemistry is a real thing. You go try playing NBA 2K27 with chemistry on. It's one of the hardest things to do.
yeah, yeah, it is. Now, before we get going here, I want to shout out Luka Doncic's hair. Whatever products he's using, that man is looking sexy. Luka
Yeah,
Doncic,
yeah, he's looking real sussy out there.
he's looking good. He's lost a
Yeah,
lot of weight. Heard
yeah,
Luka's been doing a lot of CrossFit.
yeah, yeah. He's doing a lot of CrossFit, but more importantly, I want to thank everyone that joined us live on your guys' time off, and when you're spending time with your guys' family. I
Yeah,
like to thank each and one and every one of you, and just go ahead and subscribe to us, and just give us a like or give us a follow. It will really help grow this channel.
exactly. This month, we've had tremendous growth on our YouTube page. We're up 16 plus subscribers this month alone. All right. So you guys are doing your part. Let's continue to do our parts at Lace 'em Up Sports Media with an underscore at all of our social medias on Instagram, obviously on X, on YouTube. Obviously, you're watching here on TikTok. I want to say what's up to Oscar. Thank you for your support coming across this TikTok channel randomly. And yeah, man, we've been doing this. I've been doing the podcast game for a long time now, but really just trying to grow this channel.
Yeah. And thank you, Yes EV for joining. User 34, Justin456, Oscar. Um, Thank you for everyone joining us here today, and we're gonna be doing more lives here and there, and we'll
Yeah,
we'll talk all Lakers. And if anyone has any questions, throw them out right now. What do you have to say, chat?
Exactly. Throw out any Lakers related questions. Dodgers, I want to quickly plug. I just recorded today an episode of the LA Sports Roundup podcast talking all things Mark Walter, the Dodgers, former Lakers owner. He's getting himself into a lot of trouble here. He's been investigated by the feds about some money laundering into some investments.
Whoop,
This a
whoop.
whole
Here
bad
comes
thing.
the police.
Yep. It is a whole bad thing, and I'm so glad the Lakers are out of business with Mark Walter and he is sold. But there's some crazy stuff going on with Mark Walter. If you want to hear all about it, look up the LA Sports Roundup podcast. It is available for you guys in your listening pleasure, wherever you listen to podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. It is out and available now. And then tomorrow night is the Chargers versus the Rams. It's the last preseason game of the preseason for the NFL. So we're going to be going live after the Rams game tomorrow night. So lots coming your way, guys. Who knows when Aaron Donald is going to make it official for the Rams. But right now we're talking Lakers basketball. A couple more minutes before we end today's podcast. If you guys have any Lakers related questions, just throw them out.
Yeah, come on, chat. Give us at least one question that we can answer live on air.
Also, too, last Monday, or this actually a couple days ago, I released the LA Sports Roundup podcast honoring the late, great Kobe Bryant. That is also up in the archives right now. It's up on YouTube. So if you guys are a big Kobe Bryant fan like I am, like John is, look at this podcast about Kobe Bryant is up, and it is going to be a pleasurable experience for you to listen to as well. Yeah, lots of things that is already out, lots of things coming your way, and that's what we're doing here on the Lace 'em Up Sports Media channels.
Yeah, well, I appreciate everyone that joined us today. Don't worry, Laker Nation. It does seem like a kind of a blow that Jonathan Kaminga is not joining us, but I can guarantee you guys that guy's a locker room cancer. We don't need that. He's another DeAndre Ayton. He looks great on paper, but everyone will be doing the really again
Right.
once the season keeps progressing.
Exactly. All right, you guys, we're gonna end it right there. But thank you guys for coming on. Obviously, you can follow us on all of our social media platforms at Lace 'em Up Sports. And the last
Hey,
words.
don't be bummed that we didn't keep Rui, Oscar. I'm telling you right now, Mamu is a really great upgrade. Yes, Rui was a fan favorite, but unfortunately, Rui did not really have a good IQ out there.
The Brewery was good in moments. Like he was obviously great in the postseason last year, and he had moments, but just very inconsistent. I always compared Brewery to Lamar Odom in that this guy, Rui Hachimura, he had all-star potential, just never was able to consistently get out there on the court and perform like that. You know, fun fact, Rudy is, I think he's like the leading 3-point percentage scorer in NBA playoffs history, something wild like that. But he's done it as a Laker, so now he's a Clipper, so fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him. He's a Clipper. Don't care
Yeah.
about him anymore. I packed his bags and kicked him to the curb. But go ahead and sign us off, Mike.
All right, guys, we're going to end the podcast here today, or the live stream. We'll be back tomorrow with more Rams content. Until next time, we will see.